Yo, what's going on, people? J Bits, co-creator of Show Ur Creps, about to do a little interview, talk about how we started and where we're at and what's going on for the future. So, come with me.
Carter made the beat.
What's good, people? Show Ur Creps, so creative. About to film a little intro about where things started. Cool.
Hello, people. What's going on? I'm J Bits. This is
So creative.
We are the founders and co-creators of Show Ur Creps, the online platform on Instagram where two people come on and battle with 10 of their best creps, trainers, sneakers, whatever you call them. We basically started because I was doing a podcast. My podcast with my friends had kind of stopped and we couldn't record because of the coronavirus pandemic. So we then decided to part ways because it would have been too hard for us to record because some of us was key workers and we couldn't find the time for everyone to be together to record via Zoom and stuff. I then hit up this man here and told him the idea after seeing two people arguing about their trainers in the comments. I told him the idea and he kind of like jumped on board and was like, yeah, I like that, that's a great idea. So I then said to him, can you design a poster?
And I think that is it. Like, as a designer, you need a creative outlet or a platform. Like, because a lot of people that do design, they wait for this job, that job. But if you kind of create your own stuff, you're designing for your own thing. So you put more in it, basically. Yeah, that's it. And like you said, the idea is only an idea until it comes to life on screen.
Yeah, it comes to life on the screen and actually happens. So once he designed the poster, which was in about, I think it must have been about half an hour or so, he sent me the poster via DM and I posted it up on Instagram. I gave it to the two guys that took part in the first battle. They posted it up. And while that was happening, I was kind of trying to get some other people to do the battles as well, because we thought it was going to be a one-time thing. But I kind of had the idea to maybe try and make it go longer if it was good, sort of thing, or do them all on the same day. So we'd got a few people together, got a little list of some collectors that was doing their thing, and we kind of went from there.
I think it's good to, like I said earlier, just to get people motivated and active and communicating with people online, not like trainers, and it's more of a community thing.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a community thing. Like, it brings a lot of people together.
Yeah. And it's not just coming on and showing the most expensive trainers, it's your unique style. And it was, to begin with, calling it a battle kind of made it a bit competitive, but then we took away that competitive side and it engaged the audience through you having a poll, and I think that kind of, people latched onto that.
People voted for what they liked and what they didn't like, sort of thing, whilst voting in the live and putting fire, like the emojis up and all that sort of stuff as well.
But the amount of people that DM'd us and said, you got me going to buy trainers now after this show, you got me cleaning my trainers, you got me going to buy some in raffles.
It just made people engage with each other a bit more, sort of thing. So,
and I think that is the story behind it. Out of the negative situation, we flipped to positive, and now it's kind of snowballed into and gaining momentum.
Gained momentum, and it just keeps going, and we keep getting better and bigger and stuff. So, what else was there, man? We did like the first 10 battles.
I think before the first or second battle, we bounced ideas back and forth about the format, how it should run. Should it be one person show all 10? And I thought breaking it up, because it's the live interaction, you get 5 and the next person jumps in the live and then 5. I think that worked quite well, that format. Because
the first 2 or first 3, the first one was all 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I think it was all 10.
Yeah,
I think so. It may have been, may not have been, I can't remember. But then we was like, yeah, let's change it up. We'll do one person does 5, one does 5, one does 5, one does 5, and then people vote at the end, sort of thing. And then people enjoyed it, and then a lot more, like a couple people had said, let me see how it goes, and I might get involved, sort of thing. So then we'd done about five, we'd say? 5?
Around that, yeah.
Then we started changing up the artwork, making it look a bit better, which was your
A
department.
few tweaks on it. I think it made it pop a bit more.
Yeah, changed the colours and stuff, made them brighter and all that sort of stuff, innit? And then we got to I think it was about the 10th battle, innit? And we was talking about starting another page, like actual Show Your Creps page on Instagram. And I was like, I can't, because I got the thingy page, the bits of this, bits of that page. It'd be too much headache, all that sort of stuff. And then it was just kind of like, sod it.
I think the momentum kind of took over and the interest.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what,
Forced us to do it, really, because I ended up getting rid of my old page, starting a new one, and then that was it. It just kind of just took off from there, and then it started going crazy. Followers going up like between 10 and 30 a day, sometimes more than that. And like it was just like constant, like back and forth, like we were constantly back and forth with ideas and stuff that we can do to make the show better and stuff. This guy's constantly like making designs and motion graphics and stuff that make us stand out from everybody else as well. Tell them a bit about that, man.
it's as I said, it's like for a creative person, you need an outlet, a platform to put your stuff onto, to get exposure for yourself, and to maybe gain a bit of business out of a little side thing that you do. And I think that is that for creative people, this is the time right now where you're creating something, you can put it out on your own Instagram or your own YouTube, and that's the move right now. I think as a creative person anyway, show what you can do. And lead by example, kind of.
Yeah, that's what we tried to do with ideas and all the rest of it when we was doing it, sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was always the motto, like don't do it, just get to it, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like make it happen. That was always what we said when we spoke about stuff. When we always went back and forth with ideas and came up with new stuff and other little shows and that we wanted to do, sort of thing. And then we did the podcast.
Yeah.
Which is still going, but obviously because we're in lockdown, what is it, 3.0 now?
I think without you, I think the podcast wouldn't have happened without you, because you had that knowledge already to bring over from doing your own one.
Yeah, well, it was mad because before that I'd wanted to do a podcast for ages, but I never knew how and I never knew what to do. And then I randomly met someone that was doing one, which was a grime podcast called Ears to the Road.
Okay.
And then they sort of like filled me in on certain bits, and then they showed me the studio, and then like that was it. Like the guy that run the studio, he kind of gave me some knowledge on how to start it up and that. So I'd already had and built up the little platform that the podcast was on already. So we just changed the branding of that and turned it into Show Your Creps, the Crep conglomerate sort of thing, wasn't it? Started recording that at Pirate Studios, and we was up, well, what are we up to, like episode 17 at the moment? Yeah. Obviously we've had to stop recording because of the pandemic and it started up and we're in lockdown again, sort of thing. We've had to sneak out and record this today under cloak and dagger and that.
No, it's been good though, because I mean anyone that's watching, if you ain't watched it already, go and have a watch of it. The battles are all different, they're all interesting, and everyone that came on, we're happy to have them on.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like everyone that's come on has contributed and made the show what it is, sort of thing, innit? And you know the best thing about it as well, about the show, is that when you come on, it's the stories.
Yeah.
Like we've had some crazy stories about trainers. I think my favourite one still is the Haribos in the Travis Scott trainers. That's my favourite one so far, I swear. I don't think anything's beat that yet. I think that was one of my favourite stories with the Haribos. So then we started saying that we need to start putting stuff on YouTube and that, maybe. Try and generate some interest over there, see what we can do, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that was it, because that's the ideal platform for a podcast, to go onto YouTube. And at the end of the day, everyone wants to get on YouTube to earn this money, that money, but if the content ain't good that you're putting out, then no. So you've got to think about good content before you're thinking about money on YouTube.
Yeah. And that was always our our main thing, innit? Like quality, making it look
engaging the community, interacting with the followers, and
always making it, like whether it's on YouTube or Instagram, was always to like make it look good and look professional and stuff as well. So then once we had the YouTube up, we then thought about some other shows. We started the Great Crep Debate, and we had, what was the other one?
Oh, the format of the podcast, you mean?
Yeah, the Great Crep Debate, which was part of the format of the original podcast.
We had Guess the Crep.
Guess the Crep as well.
Do you want to explain what that is? Some might not know.
There was a Word on the Feet as well, wasn't it? So Word on the Feet was just like the latest and newest trainers and stuff. Guess the Crep, we had like cards from Stacks London that have trainers on them, and I would describe the history, how good they was and all that sort of thing, like stats sort of thing, like a football card with stats and that. So I would then describe the trainer to everyone, and they'd have to guess. We had a leaderboard for that, and then we had a thing at the end of the show, which was the Great Crep Debate. That was pretty good, but people started saying that we needed to make it longer so you could get an actual debate out of it, sort of thing. So then we took it out of the podcast and we made it a separate show on Instagram. So that was an Instagram live, which was running for a little while as well. And then after that one, we had the stash run. What else was there? We had a few people with us pushing and doing great content. You can go on our YouTube and see all of that sort of stuff.
We had a lot of individuals doing unboxing reviews and stuff, and also not just filming them, they were still trying to learn how to be on camera and stuff like that. So it was kind of learn on the job and just get it done. And some of them didn't come off too well, but others were good. And from then till now, we've made a lot of progress.
Yeah, definite. So now, should we talk about the plans for the future? Maybe.
Yeah.
So what have we got so far then? Going forward, we're going to start doing the Great Crep Debate and the Stash Run twice a month, just to try and pull back in some of the content and make it better and look better and stuff, and try to generate more people to want to watch it, because it's not so frequent, sort of thing.
And I think it's good to have different shows. For me as a designer, because I want to design them more other posters for them other shows, and if it's really eye-catching, that's what people kind of latch onto. They recognise the poster from Show Ur Creps, they recognise the Stash Run, they recognise the logo and all that stuff. So that is a big part of it. The branding and the marketing, it's a big part of it.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we said from the start, wasn't it? Like, make sure that all of our branding and how our things look, even though the colours are different, you can still tell that it's part of us because it's the same font. And
even down to the font. I was just going to say that. You could see it's exactly the same font on all of everything we put out.
It's true. So then, now, in the future, we're talking with a few people about some shows that we could possibly do for their platform.
And even seeing thinking of the way that Show Ur Creps can evolve into a physical show, not just an online show.
Yeah, always thinking of ways to evolve all the time. And then what else was there? We've had a lot of help from a lot of people as well. We've had a lot of support. I have to always big up Lady Fury, because she always drops us messages and says that I love what you are doing, keep doing your thing, it's sick, whatever. Also Tricky for the culture as well. Like, he continuously shouts us out, hails us up and sends messages to me like all the time, saying like, if you need anything, I got you, I can help you, whatever. So I have to big up all of the people that support us and share our stuff and all that sort of stuff as well. So moving forward as well, we've got the guys in the team doing their like own individual like
YouTube content
sort of thing, like series, maybe call it. Like, there's a few of us. I'm doing one. Isaiah's got Pen to Pad. Lewis has got the Sneaker Cast, what he does, and the other guys have got their stuff, but we're just like tweaking and trying to get everything right. I think Sneaker Seeker H's one's called Retro Release, isn't it?
Retro Release, yeah.
So we've got a few different things coming, sort of thing, so that we can push forward a bit different. Not like try and be the same as everybody else sort of thing. Do something a bit different that's a bit eye-catching to people and what people want to watch. Because everyone likes trainers and stuff, so why not show them in a different way sort of thing? Show some different content. You know what I mean? But moving forward, for us two, it's just keep doing what we're doing. Always trying to evolve and make ourselves better. And always trying to push the brand and make the brand better.
And it is to anyone that's watching that wants to come on the show, or maybe just wants to feature on the podcast. Drop us a DM,
Send a DM.
leave a comment, and we'll get in touch.
Don't forget as well when you're posting up pictures on your Instagrams and stuff like that to tag us, at us, and hashtag us, Show Ur Creps, and we'll repost them on our story as well. Go to our YouTube, like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and just generally watch out for what we've got coming. Yeah. We have been Show Ur Creps,
Cardo made the beat.
and this has been the beginning. Thanks for watching. Peace.